Boy, looking at this fancy playlist coming up later on, In Vogue, Runaway Love, George Thorogood over here. Yes, rock and roll, George Thorogood and Meatloaf and Juliana Hatfield. Yes, indeed. Woo, baby. But let's talk about Rick Astley on my fancy playlist, October 17th, 1993. He's at number 27 with Hopelessly, a Lost 45. Forgot about this record. Had to listen to it on YouTube to refresh my memory. This record in the video by Rick Astley going back to his soul roots. The album was Body and Soul, an album that did not do very well for him, did not even chart in England, his home country of England. And he was very popular in England, especially, he's popular here in the States, but especially in the UK. Rick Astley, best known for those dance pop hits back in the late 80s. Never Gonna Give You Up, Together Forever. She Wants to Dance With Me. He fired that one up pretty good. She Wants to Dance With Me. He sang very passionate on that record. Like he was, hey, she really wants to dance with me. She just made my day. And it's going to take a strong, strong man. I love the way he enunciates words in that record. He just had that low voice, that distinctive voice. Was it a baritone? Is that what you call it? Well, anyway, here's the deal about Rick Astley. He started out in a band. One of the bands he started out in was Giveaway. They covered songs by the Beatles and the Shadows. Later on, he joined a band called the FBI. Like the FBI and Living Color. Remember that show back in the 60s, but they called themselves the FBI. Started doing more of his original material. He was a drummer, but when the lead singer left the band, Rick Astley filled in, discovered by Pete Waterman of Stock, Aitken and Waterman. Boy, that was a massive break. Stock, Aitken, and Waterman, they were on the roll, or they were about to get on the roll. They produced a record by Hazel Dean, which was a smash in the UK, and then they produced Dead or Alive, She Spin Me Around. That was a transatlantic hit, producing hit records by Bananarama, Venus, and I believe they also produced I Heard a Rumor, produced Showing Out by Mel and Kim. Man, and I probably getting on the stretch here, but I also believe they produced that song Brand New Lover by Dead or Alive. That was a killer dance record. Well, they were producing these killer dance records for Rick Astley. Now, Rick Astley, well, he was discovered by Pete Waterman. He joined his production company, taken under the umbrella of Stock, Aitken, and Waterman. They helped groom him. He learned the recording process, started to work out of his shyness a little bit, and those hit records started to flourish for Rick Astley. Together Forever. That was a kill. That was the remix was a thundering percussion, thundering beat. It's just a great dance record. That classic Stock, Aitken, and Waterman magic working its way through the records. Rick Astley. But he parted ways with Stock, Aitken, and Waterman in 1990. And he matured a little bit. Went back to his soul roots. That was his first love, was soul. Made an album. Some of the album was made with Elton John. The album was called Free. 1991. Cry for Help was a hit off the album. Went to number 7 here in the States. Top 10 in the UK. And then Body and Soul came out. But Body and Soul didn't make much of an impact. It was a big adult contemporary hit though. Went to number 4 on the adult contemporary charts. But in England, where he was just so massive in Britain, Rick Astley hopelessly peaked at number 33 in Britain. The album didn't make any impact in Britain. As a matter of fact, they did not even chart in England, Body and Soul. Although here in the States, it did do a little better. Went to number 182 on Billboard's Top 200 album charts. How about that? And he left the music business for a while. As a matter of fact, probably one of the reasons why this album did not do as well as that he left the music business. He did not promote this album. Wanted to spend more time with his family, although he did return to making albums later on. But here's Hopelessly by Rick. Oh gosh, dog it. Have mercy on me. Gotta tell you about the guy who co-wrote this song. You won't believe it. Rob Fisher co-wrote this song with Rick Astley. Rob Fisher of Naked Eyes. Remember, Always Something There to Remind Me, their version of the Burt Bacharach, Hell David record, and there was Promises, Promises, and later Rob Fisher and the band Climby Fisher teamed up with another guy, Climby Fisher, and was it Love Changes Everything, which went to #2 in Britain. Now, it didn't do as well here in the States, probably top 20, I think, here in the States, but still, he co-wrote this song with Rob Fisher. That kind of made my day, finding out about that. Well, here we go, Rick Astley, #27, with Hopelessly, on my fancy playlist, October 17th, 1993.